If someone has imposter syndrome, that means that they feel unprepared for the job that they have or for the one that they're trying to get. People with imposter syndrome often believe that they're way worse than other people realize. They often live in fear of being found out. It's so common, but we often don't talk about it. When we do, we can be surprised to learn that so many other people feel the same. You see accomplished, well-respected people, and you think, there's no way they don't believe in themselves, but you have no idea. So I'm going to tell you about 7 celebrities you wouldn't believe have imposter syndrome. Have you loved Tom Hanks since you saw him in Big and Forrest Gump? Respected him even more when you saw Saving Private Ryan or Philadelphia? Figure that dude must know how awesome he is? In an interview with the New York Times in 2013, he said, "I still feel sometimes that I'd like to be as good as so-and-so actor. I see some other actors work and I think, I'll never get there. I wish I could." Jodie Foster has been acting since she was 3, and she was in Martin Scorsese's critically acclaimed movie Taxi Driver when she was only 14. Since then, she's acted in dozens of movies, served as producer and director of many, won 2 Academy Awards, and tons of other awards. But she told 60 Minutes that after she won her first Oscar, she was afraid she'd have to give it back. She said, "I thought it was a fluke. I thought everyone would find out and I'd have to give the Oscar back. They'd come to my house, knocking on the door. 'Excuse me, we meant to give that to someone else.' That was going to Meryl Streep." Speaking of Meryl Streep, she too has reported feeling like a fraud. You think, why would anyone want to see me again in a movie? And I don't know how to act anyway, so why am I doing this? And this is coming from the winner of 3 Academy Awards. She's actually gotten so many awards and nominations that there's a whole Wikipedia page just listing them. Denzel Washington is a very well-respected actor whose top 10 movies on Rotten Tomatoes are all over 87% fresh. He's played important people like Herman Boone, the first black head coach of an American football team, and the titular character in Malcolm X. He's had so many awards and nominations that, like Meryl Streep, he has a whole Wikipedia page for them. Even so, he said that before every Broadway preview, he thinks, what the hell am I doing here? Here's a quote about 30 Rock's Tina Fey. "I always feel unoriginal bringing up Tina as my inspiration, but she's everyone's inspiration for a reason." But even Tina Fey has reported feeling imposter syndrome. She said, "The beauty of the imposter syndrome is you vacillate between extreme egomania and the complete feeling of, I'm a fraud. Oh God, they're onto me. I'm a fraud." We watched Emma Watson grow up, acting in the beloved Harry Potter movies. After those wrapped up, she's continued acting in lucrative movies that got accolades, including This Is the End and The Perks of Being a Wallflower. But maybe my stating those successes would actually make her squirm. She said, "When I receive recognition for my acting, I feel incredibly uncomfortable." After Harry Potter ended, she was convinced, any moment someone's going to find out I'm a total fraud. I can't possibly live up to what everyone thinks I am. In 2014, she gave a speech about feminism to the United Nations, and her low confidence flared. She said about the night before, "I was in my hotel room thinking, I can't do this. I was just terrified." And she revealed this concern during her speech. She said, "You might be thinking, who is this Harry Potter girl? And what is she doing up on stage at the UN? It's a good question, and trust me, I have been asking myself the same thing. I don't know if I'm qualified to be here. Looks like she was qualified since she got a standing ovation and was called inspiring. Will Smith made us laugh as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when we were teenagers, and he's continued to entertain us with movies like Bad Boys, Hitch, The Pursuit of Happiness, and Men in Black. He's the only actor to have 8 consecutive films gross over $100 million in the domestic box office, have 8 consecutive films open as the #1 spot in the domestic box office, and have 11 consecutive films make over $150 million internationally. But he said, "I still doubt myself every single day. What people believe is my self-confidence is actually my reaction to fear." So there you go. 7 actors you wouldn't believe have imposter syndrome, unless you realize how freaking common it is. And these are just the ones who admitted it. Now you understand that confidence can be missing even among the most successful people. I hope you remember that next time your confidence is missing and you take that as a sign that you're not worthy. You are not an imposter. And neither am I. Please share your experience with me in the comments below, or reach out to me at thegeneticsgal.com. Of a high school, we meant to give that to Meryl. But there's